Hello, today I just want to talk about A2 level, like elementary level, or you can also call it pre-intermediate level. And the book has got like 10 units. I'm going to cover all of the units very quickly. You can pause the video and just take your screenshots, as well as you can follow me and listen very carefully. Let's just get started. Unit 1. Why are you studying English? This is a kind of question that everybody can ask you. Specifically, I can ask you in speaking examination, but there are a lot of cliche answers. For example, to do business. What is business? Actually, business is a kind of activity of buying and selling goods, right? To study, obviously, maybe you go abroad to another country, English speaking country like America, Canada, this kind of stuff. Or to travel as a tourist. So you definitely need to know some tourist English, as well as to get to know people who cannot speak my language, or let's say your language, which means that those people are from another country and their language is not English. So you have to learn English in order to communicate with them. Why? To get to know people. Maybe you wanna make some new friends. And also, get to know people means to spend time with someone to learn more about him, her, or it. People are getting to know each other in this conversation. Susan and Kara are talking. Susan says, "I'll bet this is your dad." I'll bet means I am sure. I am 100% sure that this is your dad. Dad is a very informal language, informal word. It has got some synonyms. For example, daddy, father, papa. You can also use them. Susan says, "I'll bet this is your dad," which means that I am so sure that this is your father. Kara says, "Yes, it is. Dad, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Susan Grant." I'd like to means I would like to. So I'd like is short, I would is long, which means that I really want to. I want to introduce you. What is introduce? Introduce means to tell someone another person's name, or you can give some information about those people to another person. Understand? In that case, you try to understand them, you try to know them, get to know them basically. So this is called introduce. To my friend. What is friend? Friend has got some synonyms. For example, mate, buddy, pal. These are synonyms, right? Susan Grant, for example. Sam starts and says, "It is a pleasure to meet you." It is a pleasure means I am happy to meet you, or it is nice to meet you. So it is a pleasure to meet you is another alternative to say it is nice to meet you, for example. Susan, Samuel Pike. It means that my name is Samuel Pike. Susan continues and says, "Great to meet you." Great to meet you too. Great to meet you is also another alternative to say nice to meet you. You can also say, for example, nice to meet you, great to meet you, it is a pleasure to meet you, it is my honor to meet you, I am more than happy to meet you. These are different alternatives actually. But please, everyone calls me by my nickname, Susie. Amazing sentence. Amazing sentence, okay? First of all, the word call has got two meanings. Number one, you are basically using your telephone, calling somebody, dial the number, and start to talk, right? But here, the meaning of call means to name or to address, okay? You can address different things. For example, this is a kind of book, that is a telephone. But please, everyone calls me by my nickname, Susie. Everyone or everybody calls me means names me, addresses me by my nickname. So we have three different alternatives. You can say everyone calls me by my name, by my surname, or by my nickname. What is nickname? Yeah, nickname is a kind of informal name, which is not real, right? Maybe your friends also call you by that. Sam continues and says, "And just call me Sam." Just means only. Only, it means that if you say, if you call me, if you address me Sam, that is enough. That is enough. So, what do you do, Susie? What do you do means what is your job? What is your career? What is your occupation, right? I'm a photographer. Oh, I'm sorry. There's my husband. Ted, over here. I'm sorry means forgive me, please. Okay, I am so sorry. Apologize, you can also use. There's my husband. Okay, so Ted, over here. Over here is a kind of expression that you can use for somebody or something which is very close to you. Okay, because you can show that person or that thing, as well as if the person or that thing is far away, which you cannot reach. Okay, reach out, you can say over there. Understand? So if you can show something which is very close to you, you can say over here. If you cannot reach out, which is because it is far, you can say over there. Then Ted comes and says, sorry, I am late. Sorry, I am late. Sorry, I apologize. Susan says, Ted, this is Kara's dad. Okay, when you are introducing somebody, you don't say he is or she is. You basically say this is. This is Kara's dad, Kara's father. That says, oh, how nice to meet you, Mr. Pike. How nice. How nice to meet you means I am more than happy to meet you. This is also another alternative to say nice to meet you. Sam says, likewise, my favorite word. Likewise means me too, or in the same way. Also. So if somebody says nice to meet you, try to decorate it. Don't say nice to meet you too. That is okay if you say. You can also say likewise, you too. Likewise, you too means me too. But please call me Sam. Sam is enough. Understand? So the point of this lesson, or basically this book, is to teach you some decorative language in order to decorate your sentences, decorate your English. You need to use new vocabulary, native-like, beautiful vocabulary in order to improve yourself. Otherwise, A1 level says nice to meet you, C1 level says nice to meet you. What is the difference then? So you definitely need to change it. If you are learning something, try to use it on purpose or purposefully, okay, intentionally. So from now on, you have learned that instead of saying nice to meet you too, you can say likewise, you too. That is amazing. So I can ask any type of question from these pages, guys. Think about the different ways that I basically say. I can ask any type. I can ask generally. We have three types of questions. Question number one is like I can ask for synonym or antonym of a word. Synonym means the same meaning. For example, dad, the same meaning of dad is daddy, father, papa, okay? Antonym, dad becomes mom. Antonym means opposite, okay? Opposite word. For example, old, new. For example, dad, mom. So these are antonym or opposite. Understand? Second type of the question is I can ask for definition. I can say, for example, what does introduce mean? You need to explain it. You don't have to memorize these sentences. You can use these sentences, this explanation, but you can create or form your own sentences. That is also okay. So you have to explain the meaning of the word. Question type 3 could be practical question or direct question. I can ask directly some question which are referring to you. For example, I can say, do you have any nickname? So this is a direct question. So, or what do you do? Or for example, what do your friends call you? So these are direct questions. So bear in mind that you need to study well, basically study for these blue boxes, and be ready for any type of question. Now let's go forward. We have formal titles. Generally for men, we have only Mr., single or married, no difference. For women, if we don't know or we are not sure, we have to say Ms., the first one. So we use Ms. for married or single woman. If the woman is married, obviously, you have to say Mrs. But if the woman is single, you have to say Miss. Miss. Here it says use titles with family names, not given names. Okay, family name means surname or last name. So family name, surname, last name. These are synonyms. Title means, for example, Mr., Ms., Mrs., Miss. These are titles. So instead of saying, for example, Ms. Susie, it is not okay. You have to say Ms. Grant. Why? Because Susie is first name, Grant is surname. So if you are using formal language, you definitely need to use formally. Use the language formally, which means you have to use with their last name or surname. Understand? Now let's talk about another conversation. Read and listen to people meeting someone new. How to meet somebody new. For example, we have three people. A says, who is that? I wonder. Is he or she new, for example? B says, over there. Over there. I think she's new. But firstly, let's talk about the word meet. What is meet? Meet means to see and talk to somebody. To see, visit, and speak or talk to somebody, right? So A says, who is that? I wonder. I haven't seen her before. This is my first time that I am seeing that person. Who is that? Then B says, over there? You mean that person? I think she is new. I think means in my opinion. A lovely expression. I think, or in my opinion, I believe she's new. She's just new. Well, let's say hello. It means that let's go forward and say, hi, how are you? My name is this is blah, blah, blah. What is your name? So you're basically getting to know each other very well. So then they go forward and then B says, good morning, I am Alex and this is Lauren. So I'm Alex and this is Lauren, not she is or he is. Understand? This is Lauren. Hi, my name is Catherine Gao, but everyone calls me Kate. What a lovely phrase. Everyone calls me Kate. This is decorative language as well. So, or you can say, you can call me Kate. You can call me Kate. Great to meet you, Kate. Where are you from? New York. Okay, what happens here? If you are talking about your nationality in inside a specific country and you know that the other person who is asking the question is a native person, in that scenario, only mentioning that the name of the city is enough. But if you go to another country, if they ask where are you from, first you have to start with your country. Imagine the person, a tourist comes in Turkey, for example, and says, where are you from? You cannot say I am from Turkey because of course you are from Turkey and here is Turkey, right? So the person wants to understand your hometown. In that case, you can say, for example, I am from Istanbul, I am from Ankara, for example. But if you go to another country like Canada, like America, if somebody says, okay, where are you from? In that case, you have to say, I'm from Turkey. You are talking about the country, the name of the country actually. Yeah, where are you from means what is your nationality. Fantastic. Now let's talk about another conversation. Someone identify and describe a person. Okay, identify means you are basically trying to trying to know and introduce something, to discover something, and then you try to describe. Describe means explain, give extra information about someone. So A starts, hey, who is John Mayer? You don't know? For real? That is a quite interesting question, surprising question, because John Mayer is a famous person, famous face. That's why B says, you don't know? Really? For real? I cannot believe you. No, is he famous? So what is famous? Obviously, before talking about the famous, the word who, you can use the word who as a question, like if you are basically talking about somebody's name or somebody's nationality, somebody's career or job, you can simply use who. Now, is he famous? You don't know? Know somebody means to be familiar with someone and understand that person. To be certain to have some information about someone actually. You have to know the person a little bit, at least. For real means really? Are you kidding me? You don't know John Mayer? No, is he famous? Is he well known? Famous has got some synonyms. For example, well known. Everybody knows that the person. Or celebrity. Basically, the word celebrity is used for human beings, well known for people, for things, for places, for objects, for everybody, for everything. He sure is means of course he's famous because he's a great musician. Great means amazing, amazing, important, strong, wonderful musician. Where is he from? Means what is his nationality, right? What is his nationality? The United States. Amazing. Now let's talk about this slide. To provide personal information. Imagine you go somewhere and they ask for your personal data, for your personal information, and in that scenario they might ask you some questions like nationality. So what is nationality? Nationality is where you are from, where you basically are related to. For example, he's originally from India, but his nationality is Canadian. He has a Canadian passport. Understand? Originally means in reality, based on the reality, or in the beginning, okay, when something first existed, okay, in the beginning he was actually from India, but now his nationality is Canadian, and he has a Canadian passport. Birthplace is a place where you were born. For example, I am from Mexico City, but it isn't my birthplace. I was born in a beautiful small town called Pátzcuaro. Maybe I'm wrong pronouncing it, sorry for that. So it means that I am from Mexico City, but I was born in a small town, or I mean smaller than city actually, called, for example, Pátzcuaro. Maybe, I am not so sure again. Hometown is a place where you were basically you raised there, okay? You were born and raised basically. What a lovely expression, huh? I was born and raised, which means that your birthplace and your hometown is the same. Imagine that you were born in Istanbul and also you grew up in Istanbul, because both of these two actions happened in one city. In that case, you can say I was born and raised in Istanbul, let's say. So she was born in Seoul, but her hometown is Busan. Again, I'm not so sure of the pronunciation of these words. She grew up there. Grew is past form of grow. So grow up, grew up means basically slowly become adult. So first kid, then teenage, then adult. Now let's talk about countries and nationalities, right? So I am from Japan. The country is Japan. The nationality is Japanese. Okay. China, Chinese. Canada, Canadian. Argentina, Argentinian. UK, British. Turkey, Turkish. But of course, this is not the only list. There is a huge list. You can find the list and just try to practice. Amazing. Unit 2. Music genre. Genre means category, type. For example, rhythm and blues, reggae, rock, salsa, classical music, folk music, movie soundtracks, jazz, show tunes, and as well as a lot of different types of music. Okay, so I can ask, what is your favorite music genre? So don't tell me, teacher, what is genre? So because genre is the question, you must know this word, and you don't have to use these words or vocabulary. You can say, for example, I like rap, I like pop, I like rock, whatever. It is up to you. Now let's have a listen to this conversation. Meg and Sarah are talking. Meg starts, hey, what's up? What's up is a very informal question. You can say, you can ask. It means that, how are you doing? And the answer for this is very cliche. The answer is not much. So if somebody says, what's up? Automatically say, not much. Not much. Don't say, I am fine. I am fine. Forget about I am fine. Change it. So what's up? Not much. Yeah, Sarah says not much, just downloading some new songs. Conversation means dialogue, and download means to save a file on your computer or telephone from internet. everything that you are doing on internet in order to open a file, this is called downloading, right? And the opposite or antonym for downloading is uploading, right? So download, opposite, upload. Some new songs. Meg says, downloading? It's a kind of surprise because there's a question. That's not for me. It is not my type. I don't like it. I don't like to download. I hate it because too much trouble. Trouble means problem. Trouble means problem. Too much trouble, too many problems. What happens? The word trouble is uncountable. You cannot say one trouble, two troubles. You can't. So one trouble, 5 trouble, 100 trouble. In order to make it like a kind of plural, you have to say, for example, too much trouble, which means too many problems or a lot of problems. How about some live music? If somebody says how about, there's a kind of suggestion, okay? He or she is basically suggesting something to be done, suggesting something for you in order to do it, okay? For example, here it says, how about some live music tonight? It means that what do you say? What is your opinion about a live music? Okay, do you like to go to a live music or not? So what is live music? Live music means live performance or concert, okay? Live performance, not recorded, because normally we have two types of music. On YouTube, on Spotify, when you're playing a music, it is recorded generally, okay? Somebody recorded it and then uploaded it. It is not live, okay? But when you go to a concert, you see the artist, you see the choir, you see the musical instruments and all of those musicians, and they are performing a kind of performance for you. So that is live music. Tonight, Sarah says, oh, sounds good. I like the idea. Yeah, why not? It is a good idea. Meg says, Klepto is playing at midnight at this spot. Klepto is the name of a music band, music group. So they are playing, they are having a concert, let's say, at midnight. What is midnight? Midnight is a short form of middle of night, which means that after 12 a.m., it becomes midnight. Yeah, after 12 a.m. it is midnight or middle of the night. Where? At this spot. The spot is a name of the place, okay? Because the first letter, like S, is in capital letter, okay? So that's why it is a kind of proper name. Would you like to go? Means do you want to go? Do you want to go at midnight? Oh, I'm sorry, that is past my bedtime. What a lovely phrase. What a lovely expression. That is past my bedtime means it is very late for me. I can't because tomorrow I have to go to work. I have to go to university, blah, blah, blah. Meg says, well, River T is there too. River T is another music band. So that music band also is having a concert, is playing at, for example, at around 8 o'clock. So 8 is far earlier than 12 a.m. So here 8 p.m. is earlier, 12 a.m. is very late or past Sarah's bedtime. Sarah says, River T, the R&B group? Oh my God, now that's more my style. That's more of my favorite type, okay? I like that better. I like the idea. Why not? I'm a real R&B fan. Means I love R&B. So this is another beautiful or decorative language. Instead of saying, for example, I love R&B, which is okay. You can say I'm a real R&B fan. Fan is the short form of phonetic, okay? Or partial, you can also say. Meg says, perfect. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. I like that. Meet you in front of the club at 7:45 means let's meet at 7:45 in front of the club, like 15 minutes earlier. See you there. Sarah says, see you there means okay, let's meet up there. Very good. Now let's go forward. Accept or decline an invitation. Accept means to say yes. Decline is the opposite, means to say no. In other words, accept means to agree. Decline means to disagree. Invitation is a kind of situation that your friend calls you to do something. Imagine, for example, your friend suggests you going to the cinema, for example. Let's say, do you like to go to cinema tonight? So this is a kind of invitation. So your friend is inviting you. You have two options to say yes, to accept it, or to say no, to decline it or reject it. So we are going to talk about movie. A says, are you free on Saturday? What a lovely phrase. Are you free? Means do you have time or are you busy on Saturday? Because Batman is at the movie center. Batman is the name, obviously, is the name of a film or movie. We're at the movie center. What is movie center? Movie center is a cinema. Synonym is cinema. Really? Batman? I'd love to go. What time? I'd love to go means I really, really want to go. What time? So the first situation, the first part of the conversation is positive. So let's say B accepts the invitation, but sometimes you don't have any free time, or you are very busy. You need to decline it, or you need to say no. In that case, for example, B says, really, Batman? I'd love to go, but I am busy on Saturday. Generally, if in a sentence there is a but, there's a kind of contrast, there's a problem. Okay, for example, you can say, how is Istanbul? Oh, Istanbul is beautiful, Istanbul is amazing, but it is very crowded, it is very expensive. So these are other problems. So beautiful is positive thing here, expensive is negative thing. In that case, because they are contrast, they are opposite, you have to use but, obviously. I'm busy on Saturday. Too bad. Terrible. I don't like that. Maybe some other time. Maybe later. Probably another time or later. Fantastic. So I'm not gonna read all of these words because I'm basically trying to paraphrase them. You can take a picture, or you can stop the video and take some notes and try to study. Now let's go to next slide. Entertainment and cultural events. So entertainment is something or a kind of activity which makes you happy, which entertains you. It is not work, it is not project, it shouldn't be something serious. Sometimes it can be. Generally it is not something serious. Okay, you are doing it for fun, you are doing it to be happy, to be entertained, to get entertained actually. Cultural event. Cultural, of course, comes from the word culture. Event means activity. So for example, the most popular, the most cliche examples for entertainment as well as cultural events could be a movie. Okay, yeah, I forgot to show them. Movie or a film. What is the difference? Generally, movie is American, film is British. It's a kind of entertainment. In other words, you pay money to get the honey, which is not very funny, right? So you pay for the ticket to go to the cinema in order to watch, and when you watch the film, you enjoy. You kind of enjoy, you got entertained actually, understand? Or a play. So play is a kind of activity that actors and actresses are on the stage, they are acting their roles out. So you are basically enjoying. So this is called kind of entertainment as well as cultural event. It can be into the cultural events category. Another one is a concert. Of course, you know it. You are basically listening to music in a kind of live situation, in a live way. Talk or lecture is a kind of speech or presentation. A public speaker maybe or professor comes in and tries to teach, tries to, how can I say, give a presentation about a specific topic. Generally at universities, you can see or hear that a lot. And also art exhibits or art gallery. By the way, talk or lecture are the same thing, no problem, generally. Maybe, yeah, I think they are the same, but of course, maybe for a talk, you can ask extra questions maybe, but generally they are the same. You can use them interchangeably. Art exhibit or art gallery. So you go there and you look at the paintings, you look at the pictures as well as some other stuff. You're entertaining yourself, you get entertained, okay? I can ask, can you name some cultural events or some entertainments? Obviously, you can basically just try to name them. Like, I like movies, I like play, I like concert, blah, blah, blah. And also you can add some other things, for example, museum, for example, festivals, and maybe you can name them. Locations and directions. Location means place. Direction means basically when you give the address or when you show somebody how to get somewhere, how to go somewhere, okay? The question is, where is the, for example, post office? Where is the metro bus station? Where is this? Where is that? So the answers, for example, it is on the right side of the street. Right side, left side. It is across from the park. So here is the park, between is the road, and here is the, basically, for example, another place. You have to say it is across from the park. And next one is, it's down the street from the museum. Of course, you have to go a little bit forward, like down the street. It is around the corner from the theater. You can see that triangle, the white triangle can show the exact position of the place or basically the person. So it is around the corner from the theater. Let's say it's between Main Street and Mercer Avenue. Between. So A, B, C. Understand? So B is between A and C, obviously. Turn left at the corner. Turn left at the light. Turn left on the King Street, on King Street actually. Or turn right at the corner. Turn right at the light, basically traffic light. Or turn right on King Street. You can also say go, walk, drive 2 blocks, maybe 3 blocks, 5 blocks. It is up to you. And turn right or turn left. So block is kind of small street, okay, narrow street with group of buildings or houses all together. So first block, second block, third block, something like that. The final situation is go, walk, drive to the corner of Smith Street and Bond Avenue. Avenue means big street. For example, here in Istanbul, if you go to Istiklal, for example, Taksim Istiklal is a kind of avenue. You can say Istiklal Avenue in Istanbul. Express locations and give directions. Express means to tell, to show your emotions, to show your feelings, obviously, or to tell. Give directions, obviously, it means to show the person how to go, how to get somewhere, or what to do, what to take, what not to do, what not to take in order to get that specific location. A says, excuse me, I'm looking for the National Bank. Excuse me means pardon me, I'm sorry, I have a question. I'm looking for the National Bank. Look for means search. I'm searching the National Bank. What? The National Bank? Do you know the address? Do you have the address? Basically, long ago we used to have some papers. I mean, on the paper we had to basically write the name of the address or the name of the location, and then we had to show it, blah blah blah. But today I guess technology improved a lot, and we can use, for example, Google Maps or some other platforms or application in order to get to that specific location, so to speak. Do you know the address? Yes, it is 205 Holly Avenue. Oh, walk to the corner of First and Holly. First and Holly are names of the streets. It is right around the corner, across from the museum. You can definitely find that because that is a big place. So part A is positive. The person knows the address. Now, if you don't know the address, you can say, I mean, the person can say, reply, the National Bank. I'm sorry, I'm not from around here. So I am not from, sorry for that. I am not from around here means I am a tourist, I don't live here, or simply, I don't know. I don't know how to help you. I am so sorry about it. In that case, you can say, thanks anyway. Thanks anyway. Very good. Unit 3. Unit 3. Extended family. Extended family is a family with grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, and uncles. Understand? Parents means mother and father, mom or dad. Siblings means brother or sister. Spouse means wife or husband. Kids, son or daughter. Uncle, your mom's or dad's brother. And your mom's or dad's sister. cousin, your uncle or your aunt's children, actually child. Mother-in-law, mother of your wife or husband. Nephew means your brother's or your sister's son. Niece means your brother's or your sister's daughter. Understand? Amazing questions I can ask in speaking examination. I can say, do you have any sibling? Do you have any spouse? Do you have any, for example, nephew? Blah, blah, blah. What is extended family? You need to explain these things. Relationships. Relationship means connection, any kind of connection, family connection, or any kind of connection between people. Marital status, a lovely question. I can say, what is your marital status? It means that, are you single? Are you married? Are you separated? Are you divorced? What is your situation? What is your relationship situation? Now we have single, not married. Engaged, when you agree to marry, when you promise somebody to marry them. Fiancé with one E basically is a man, a male person who is promising the lady to marry her. Fiancé, again the same pronunciation but with two E, is a woman who is basically promising to get married to that specific man. Then we have married, of course you know it, having wife or husband. Separated is a situation where man and woman, wife or husband, basically don't get along well with each other. They have some problems, they fight verbally generally, or I don't know, they do not, how can I say, love each other again anymore, and they just want to live separately, not together but separately. Yeah, they try to live in a different house basically. Divorce is legal. Man and woman go to the court, the judge listens to them, and then they say, the judge says, okay, you are separated, you are legally and officially divorced, you are not wife and husband anymore, totally, the relationship has ended. Understand? And then we have ex means previous, former or previous, like ex-wife, ex-husband, ex-boss, something like that. Widowed, if a woman loses her husband for any kind of reason, maybe her husband dies, maybe her husband is lost somewhere, or I don't know, the woman is widowed. Discussing family photos. Listen carefully. Discuss means to talk about, actually, about a subject. Family photo is a kind of photo album, and there are lots of pictures, basically family pictures, and you ask questions from the person who is showing the family photo to you. Anna and Jane are talking. Anna says, who is that guy? Guy means person, a man generally. Feminists generally, they say, okay, guy is for related to men, so we have to create another one. So they coined the word gal. So gal is not that much popular, but of course you can use it for women or ladies. So guy is a man, gal is a woman. Opposite. Who is that guy? Your brother? Is he your brother? Jane says, no, that's my brother-in-law, David. He is married to my older sister, Laura, and this is their son. This is their son, okay? He is, Michael, he is adopted. Adopted is not your real or biological kid. Basically, they are orphan. You go to the orphanage and you adopt a kid, and he or she is not your real or biological child. Okay, do they have any other children, or this is the only one? Jane says just the one. Just means only. Only this kid. Only Michael is their kid. He's an only child. If you don't have any sibling, if you don't have any brother or sister, you can say, if somebody says, how many siblings, or do you have any siblings? You can simply answer and say, no, I am the only child of the family. This is a beautiful English to use. Anna continues and says, looks like they are having a great time in New York. Looks like means it seems to be, okay? Having a great time means they are really happy, they are really positive, they are really active, and totally there's a kind of positive vibe over there in New York. Jane says actually they live there, and actually means in reality, or as a matter of fact, in fact, or really. So to live means to reside. The word reside has some other family words. For example, reside, resident, residence, residential, residency. Understand? So resident is a person who resides. Imagine you can say, I reside in Istanbul, I reside in Paris, I live in Paris, I live in Istanbul. Resident is an adjective. Residence is a place that you live. Residential, it is related to that place. And residency is a kind of permission that you need to get from the government if you live in another country. Okay, so these are family words. Now let's continue. Anna says they reside in New York. Wow, how often do you see them? How often is a very good question. Means how many times a week, a month, a year do you have the chance, or do you have the time to visit or meet those people? And obviously, wow is a kind of word which you can use it whenever you are surprised. It means, oh my God, I am surprised, for example, by hearing what you said. So see means to meet and visit, obviously. And Jane says about twice a year. Once, twice. Once a year, twice a year. After number 2, you have to say the number and then time. For example, 3 times, 5 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. Anna continues and says, and what about these kids? Who are they? They are my younger sister's kids. Vicky is the girl, and these are her little brothers, Nick and Alex. Okay, so they are siblings. Anna says, what? Nick and Alex look so much alike. So look alike means similar. Specifically, if you are twins, if there is a twin brothers or twin sisters, generally they are very similar to each other. They look alike. Their faces look alike, obviously. Are they twins? Twins are those brothers or sisters, basically 2 of them, who were born at the same time from the same mother. Understand? They are twins. My sister and her kids all live in Hong Kong. Where is Hong Kong? A place in the China. So all of those people live or reside, as a synonym, in Hong Kong. Fantastic. Let's go to the next slide. Good news and bad news about a relationship. Okay, good news is positive, obviously bad news is negative. So somebody says, what's new? Gossip time. Tell me something new. Actually, in reality, in fact, I have some good news, very happy news. My sister just got engaged. Okay, got engaged. My sister just got engaged. Oh, that's great. Congratulations. Congratulations means I am happy for you. I am happy actually for her, for your sister actually. That's great. That is amazing. So tell me about her fiance. Gossip time. Tell me, introduce her fiance. Give me some information about her fiance. Just tell me what type of person he is, what type of job he has got. Just give me some information. Give me some report. Well, he works at PBM. PBM is the name of a company. He's an engineer. Okay. Situation number 1. Situation number 2 is negative, is sad news, bad news. Actually, I have some bad news, terrible news, sad news, okay? My sister just got divorced, officially and legally separated. Oh, I am sorry to hear that. In English, generally, for every single negative situation, you can say, I am sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. This is very cliche, very common expression that you can use for those negative or sad situations, which means that I am very unhappy for you, for your sister, let's say, or the news didn't make me happy. I am very sad about it. Is she okay? Is she mentally, physically, emotionally okay? Yes, she is. Thanks for asking. Amazing expression. If somebody asks your feeling, your condition, your situation, you can say, yeah, I am fine. Somebody says, for example, hi, how are you doing today? Oh, I am pretty good. Thanks for asking. Try to use thanks for asking as a part of answer because of two reasons. Reason number one is because you want to show off your level. Number two, it is native like language, it is decorative language. Definitely say thanks for asking. It means that I'm really happy that you asked, obviously. Yeah. All right, let's go to next part. Other family relationships. Now, the story is getting a little bit complicated. So we have stepfather, stepmother, stepbrother, sister, stepson, stepdaughter, half-sister, half-brother. What are these things? Let me explain. It's number one, Barry is my stepfather. He's my mother's second husband. Gina is my stepmother. She is my father's second wife. Jim is my stepbrother. His mother married my father. Kyla is my stepsister. Carl is my stepson. I married his father 3 years ago. Tina is my stepdaughter because I married his mother when Tina was 5. Donna is my half-sister. We have the same mother but different father. Bob's my half-brother. Okay. The story looks a little bit complicated, but I try to make it simple. You know, stepfather, stepmother. Basically, imagine this way. So there's a woman. The woman is divorced, and the woman has a child, a daughter or a son. Okay. Then the woman gets married to a new man, another man. Okay. So they are together. This is the woman's children's stepfather. The child is this man's stepson or stepdaughter. Imagine another situation. The woman is divorced. The woman has got one kid, imagine. Okay, for example, a son. And we also have another man somewhere else. The man has got a kid, maybe a daughter or maybe a son. Now they get married. These children are stepbrother, stepsister to each other. Understand? Very good. Now half sister, half brother. What is that? Okay. There's a woman or there's a man. No difference. Imagine there's a woman. The woman has got a kid. Already. Then the woman divorced. The woman gets married to a new man. Correct? Now, these couples have a new child, have a new baby. This new baby is half brother or half sister with the woman's child, or vice versa. The man has got a kid. The woman is there's another woman. They get married. They have a new child or baby. The baby is the man's children's, half brother or half sister. I hope you understood. Now let's go forward. People describing family, their family. Describe means to give information, to explain, to give details, to report somebody. Actually here they are reporting, they give some information about their families. For example, A starts, do you come from a large family? Large means big. Means, is your family big? Not really, no, it is not. I have 2 brothers only. It is normal, not a big, not a small. What about aunts and uncles? How many aunts, how many uncles do you have? Okay, here is a little bit complicated. Aunts and uncles. Because in English, for both of, sides like mom and dad's brother or sister are also called uncle or aunt, okay? In that case, you have to use on your mother's side, on your father's side. Imagine you have got 2 aunts. One of them is your father's sister, another one is your mother's sister. How can you differentiate? You have to say, I have 2 aunts. One is one is on my father's side, the other one is on my mother's side. The same scenario happens here. Well, I have 3 aunts on my father's side, father's family, father's side. And on my mother's side, mother's family, I have 2 aunts and 3 uncles. Imagine like that. Oh, that's pretty big. That is pretty large family. Yeah, pretty means very, quiet, okay? Rather, so all of them are synonyms. Now comparing people, similarities or differences. Similarities means if you are similar, differences means when you are different. So how are you alike? How it means, can you talk about similarities? How similar are you? In that case, you can say, for example, I have a brother, I have a sister. You can say, we look alike. Face look the same, or we look the same. Maybe facially or physically, or the way that we wear clothes maybe. Or you can also say we wear similar clothes or outfit, or we like the same kind of clothes. Obviously, we both like rock music, or both of us like rock music. These are just some examples. You can use some other alternatives. For example, we both like pizza. For example, both of us like basketball. Both of us like games. So these are similarities, which means those things which are similar. And of course, the word compare means when you are basically examining to see the differences or the similarities of 2 things. Obviously, 2 people, it means compare. And people means man, woman, and children, everybody, human beings all together is called people. Now, how are you different? You and your siblings, for example, you can say, we don't look alike, we look different. We look different. We wear different clothes, we like different clothes. I like rock music, but my brother or my sister likes classical. I like rock music, but my brother or my sister doesn't like it. So you can use these expressions in order to make a lot of different sentences out of it, in order to how can I say, compare yourself to your brother or your sister, or to your cousin or friend, or whatever, or whoever you are basically trying to explain. Fantastic. Unit 4, food and restaurants. Okay, let's talk about it. Appetizer. Appetizer is a starter. For example, soup. Okay, you just start your meal. You're getting ready to attack the big meal, which is called entree. Entree is a main course or main meal, big food. Imagine in Turkey you go to a restaurant and you order kebab. So soup is appetizer, kebab is entree or main course, obviously. Then we have salads. Of course, salad is the mixture or combination of vegetables together, as well as maybe some other sauces or some other elements, ingredients I mean. Then we have the word dessert. Dessert is sweet things. Anything sweet could be inside the dessert category. Okay, basically the people eat at the end of the meal to enjoy the whole meal and have fun. And also we have beverage. Beverage means drink, any kind of drink, soft drink, hard drink, alcoholic, non-alcoholic drink. All of the liquids that we are drinking, okay, are inside the beverage category. So if you go abroad and see at the top of the let's say restaurants in some place, like maybe on a panel or on a board, and see food and beverage, it means that you can eat and also you can drink something there. Ordering food from a menu in a restaurant. Now we have server. Now we have order. What is order? It means you are requesting or asking something. Basically in restaurant or at restaurant, you are asking for food to come. Now at restaurant there are generally a couple of people, mainly a server. Server means waiter or waitress, and customer is you or anyone else who is going there and eats, drinks, and pays for the meal. Understand? Now server starts and says, are you ready to order? Or do you want some more time? Are you ready to order from the menu? Have you decided what to eat and drink? Or do you need some more time? More means extra. Or do you need some extra time about it, right? Customer says, I am ready, thanks. I think I'll start with potato soup. This picture shows potato soup. Why? Because this is a kind of appetizer. The customer gets ready for the, obviously, the entree. I'll have the roast chicken. Then means after that I'll have the roast chicken. This is roast chicken. I'll have means I will eat. What does that come with? It means if I order roast chicken, what else will you bring for me in order to eat? Because mostly these foods are into a kind of menu, and when you order a menu, everything inside the menu arrives at your how can I say, dinner table or lunch table, let's say. Server says it comes with a salad, okay, and there is also a choice of vegetable. Choice means option or selection. You have maybe 2 or maybe more alternatives or selections to choose from. There's a choice of vegetables. Tonight we have carrots or grilled tomato. Grilled means kebab, okay? Grilled tomato. Customer says, I'd like the carrots, please. Or, on second thought, I love this expression. On second thought is a kind of situation in which you change your mind, you change your decision. You are not sure of what you're trying to select. In that scenario, you can say on second thought. It means that I rethought, actually rethink, and in the past rethought, and then I realized that I don't want carrots, but I like, for example, grilled tomatoes tonight. Maybe I'll have the tomatoes. Server says, certainly, of course, no problem. I can handle it. And anything to drink or any beverages? I'd like sparkling water. Yeah, obviously, certainly means sure. Sparkling water is this. It's a kind of mineral water which has some gas. There are some bubbles going up. That is called sparkling water. Please, no ice. I don't need any ice because I can get ill. Understand what happened here? Now let's go forward, asking for a restaurant recommendation. Ask for means request. Recommendation means suggestion. Okay, and also we have categories of food. Category means type, kind, sort. These are synonyms. For example, I can say, can you name some categories of food? For example, fruit, vegetables, meat, seafood, grains, dairy products, oils, sweets. Now fruits. Apple, banana, grapes, oranges. Oranges or oranges, both of them are correct. For vegetables, we have carrots, peppers, broccoli, onions. For meat, we have chicken, lamb. Pay attention, the b is silent, it's not lamb. Lamb, lamb. Sausage, beef. For seafood, we have fish, clams, shrimp, crab, squid. For grains, we have pasta, rice, noodles, bread. For dairy products are those products which come from milk, generally. Butter, cheese, milk, yogurt. For oils, we can say, for oils we have corn oils, olive oils, coconut oils. For sweets, sweet, we have candy, pie, cake, cookies. Understand? What is your favorite, actually? I have to ask. Now, asking for a restaurant recommendation again, for a kind of suggestion. Could you recommend a restaurant for this evening? Could you? Could is very polite, really politer than can you. I would say would you or may you. Could you is enough. Could you recommend a restaurant for this evening? Sure, of course. What are you in the mood for? Mood means psychology. If you go to a restaurant, based on your psychology, you decide what to eat, what not to eat. If you go to the cinema, based on your psychology, your emotion, your how can I say, feelings, you decide what to watch. So basically you can use this question in different situations. For example, what are you in the mood for today? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe a sandwich. I'm not very hungry. A sandwich can work. I'm not very hungry. Maybe means perhaps, probably, possibly, or likely. These are synonyms. Actually, there's a great place. It is not great, great place nearby. Nearby means very close to this location. Very close, not far. It's called Tom's. Tom's is the name of the place. Would you like the directions? It means that, do you want me to give the address? Do you want me to help you how to reach there, how to get there? Understand? Now, degrees of hunger. Degree is level. Degree means level. So, not very hungry. I'm okay. I am not gonna die. Really hungry means I am very, very hungry. Starving means I am extremely hungry. If I do not eat, I will literally die. You have to take me to the hospital. Very good. Starving means very, very or extremely hungry. Order or ordering from a menu. This is a menu. At restaurants or cafes, you can see these high quality paper, maybe booklets, which you can see the pictures of the food or drink, as well as the prices and everything, and then you can decide. A starts and says, I'll have the pasta for my main course. Pasta, this is pasta. For my main course means for my entree. For my entree, please. What does that come with? Again, the same question. It means if I order pasta, what else will you bring for me to eat, to serve? It comes with soup or salad. What kind of soup is there? We have, or let's say there is tomato soup or chicken soup. Okay, I like the salad. I hate soups. I'd like the salad, please. Certainly. Definitely. Of course. Sure. And to drink, water, please. Yeah, my favorite. I mean, generally, I try to avoid basically unhealthy beverages like Coca-Cola, like Sprite, as much as I can do. And I try to order water because that is safe. That is the best beverage ever, I would say. Fantastic. Now, communicating with a server. Imagine that you are at a restaurant or cafe and you wanna communicate. Communicate means to talk, to speak with a server. Server also means waiter or waitress, as I mentioned. And so you are basically communicating, paying for the thing, right? Excuse me means pardon me. I beg your pardon. I am sorry for that. I'm ready to order means I don't need any extra time, any more time to think about what I am going to eat. I'm sorry, this isn't what I ordered. Sometimes there's a mistake. You order, for example, kebab, they bring you pizza, or vice versa. You order something else, they bring you something else. That is a kind of mistake. In that scenario, in that case, you can say, I am sorry, this isn't what I ordered. Please bring my order. I'll take the check, please. Check is a piece of paper generally, I mean printed, some numbers, some figures, some prices, actually fees are printed on that paper, and you have to pay for it because you have just used the service. Is the tip included? What is tip? Tip is basically extra money for in order to help, in order to how can I say, make the waiter or waitress happier because you like their services. That is called tip. Include means to have, to contain, obviously. Imagine that you ate something, you ate and drank something, and the amount of money is, for example, $100. So that $100 is basically the amount of money that you have to pay. Sometimes they include the tip, sometimes they don't. That's why you ask. Generally in America, you definitely need to pay for the tip. That is a must. That is a kind of rule. That's why they're asking, do you accept, do you agree on, do you say yes to credit card or only cash, which means paper money? Which one? So these are amazing expressions or questions that you have to learn in order to be a tourist, a good tourist abroad. Now let's discuss food and healthfulness of food. Yeah, let's talk about it. Discuss means talk. Describe basically means, as I mentioned, to give details, to report, to give some information about something. Now we have healthy or healthful. They are the same almost. Is something which is good for you. Imagine slow food. Imagine homemade food is very healthy. That is okay. That is far safer, healthier than the fast food. Unhealthy or unhealthful is a kind of food or drink or beverage actually which is totally bad for you. It is dangerous. It is not safe for you, right? Then we have fatty or high fat. They are almost the same. Fatty or high fat is something which contains a lot of oil. For example, as I said, chips, French fries, for example, let's say a hamburger. These are fatty or high fat, as well as salty. Salty means something which has got a lot of salt inside. Sweet contains a lot of sugar. High calorie. Calorie means energy, and if you eat or drink something, it gives you some energy, some calorie. So some foods are high calorie, some foods are low calorie, right? So high calorie is something which can make you fat or overweight. Low calorie is okay. It doesn't make you, or it won't make you fat or overweight. Unit 5, technology and you. Now listen very carefully. Laptop computer, desktop computer, earphone, GPS, DVD player. Yeah, I mean, what is GPS? GPS means global positioning system. Global means universal, positioning means location, system is system. DVD player, flash drive, digital camera, headphones, a projector, MP3 player, camcorder, speaker. So these are some of the electronics that people try to use them. Now, let's talk about replacing products. What is replace? Replace means to change. Imagine you have a telephone and your telephone doesn't work properly and you need to change it, right? So there are some really beautiful vocabulary. Broken. If something is broken, it has two meanings. Number one, physically broken. Imagine I have a telephone, then I drop it. I mean the telephone falls on the ground and it breaks. So it is also broken. But here it means if a kind of device or something which doesn't work, it is broken. Because that is obsolete. Obsolete means kind of old technology, as you can see. Up to date is opposite, is completely modern and new, recent technology. Defective is basically badly designed or badly manufactured. Manufacture is a kind of production in a factory. For example, they try to design as well as produce a kind of telephone or laptop, but it is defective. There's problematic. It is not good. It doesn't work properly. So these are really beautiful words or vocabulary, so to speak. A product that is not working. Don and Erin are talking about it. Obviously, they're talking about the printer. Don says, this printer's driving me crazy. Amazing expression. Drive somebody crazy. It makes you, this is something which makes you angry or upset or crazy or mad. It is on the blink again. Blink means to turn on, off, on, off, on, off. This is blinking. What's wrong with it? What is the problem? What isn't wrong with it? It means that that is totally a problem, totally problematic. Understand? It is an absolute lemon. Lemon is something which doesn't work. Piece of junk, terrible quality, terrible, terrible, awful. Absolute means complete. Complete lemon. Absolute lemon means terrible. It doesn't work. No, seriously, I am not joking. I mean it. I mean, what is wrong with it? What is the problem? Well, first off means first of all, or firstly. The thing is an antique. Antique means very old, super old, okay? And it's 10 years old. It's very, very, very old, right? Okay, and what else? What is the problem? And it's so slow. So means very. It is very slow. And it takes hours to print. It means that you have to wait for the printer to print some pages. And now it won't print at all. It doesn't print in any way. I mean, you cannot print any paper from or with this printer. Well, that is a problem, correct? Maybe it's fixable. Able means can. Fix means repair. Fixable means you can repair, you can fix it. Edible, you can eat it. Drinkable, you can drink it. Doable, you can do it. Okay? Readable, you can read it. Playable, you can play it. And some other stuff. So able means can. Maybe it can be fixed. It can be fixed or repaired. Let me have a look. Let me check it out. Have a look means check or test it. Examine it. Down said, don't bother means don't do it. No need to do it. You don't have to. No need to do it because it doesn't work. I mean, that is finished. I mean, this is dead. It doesn't work. It is not worth it. Worth means value. It is not worth it means you don't have to waste your time because it is dead. You cannot fix it. Even if you fix it, it is not gonna work forever. The thing is obsolete. Do you remember obsolete? It means that something which doesn't work properly. It is too old. Anyway, because it's not wireless. Wireless. Less means without. Wireless. No wire. Okay, there isn't any wire. It has no scanner. What is a scanner? Scanner is a kind of device which can scan your documents maybe, and transfer them to your laptop or let's say computer. That is a scanner. It can't photocopy. It is useless, you know, it's totally useless. Aaron says, sounds like you're ready for an upgrade. Sounds like means it seems to be that, as if it seems to be you need to upgrade. You are ready. You are well prepared for an upgrade. Upgrade means to improve the quality. Imagine, let's say you have iPhone 5 and you need to upgrade it to iPhone 6, upgrade it to iPhone 10, 13, 12, whatever. So you try to improve the quality, you try to improve the functionality of the phone or something. Okay. Airport Electronics is the name of a company or is the name of a kind of market, is having a sale. Sale means discount. Okay, discount means it is cheaper than other companies or other markets. Imagine that this telephone is like $1,000. Okay, everybody sells it for $1,000, but there is a kind of market which actually sells it for $900. So that is a sale, or 800, I don't know how, however it depends on the company. That is sale, that is discount. Let's get you something more up to date. Let's buy you. Get here means buy. Something up to date means modern or very, very new or recent. I hope you understood that. Suggest a brand or model. Suggest means recommend. Brand is the name of the company. Model is a specific product. For example, iPhone is a brand. iPhone is a name, that is a brand. iPhone 10 is a model. iPhone 12 is a model. Understand what I said? So, hey Lisa, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? I am online. Online means I am surfing the net. I am connected to internet. What is the opposite of online? Offline. I am looking for a flat screen TV, this guy. Look for means search. Flat. We have curved, we have flat. So this is flat screen TV. Any suggestions, any recommendations? What should I buy? What type of brand, what model should I buy? What about the Clarion? Clarion is a brand. I hear The LP10 is great. LP10 is a model. Great means awesome, and it is inexpensive. Inexpensive, guys, doesn't mean cheap. Inexpensive doesn't mean cheap. It means it is cheaper than most of the products. Imagine that you are buying a television set, and you know that the television set is very expensive, minimum maybe 5,000, 10,000, but there is a kind of company or a brand which is a little bit affordable. Affordable means you can buy it a little bit with a better deal, better prices, cheaper than others. So that is inexpensive, but again, it is still not cheap. Really? Are you kidding with me? Yes, you know, I'm going shopping later. Go shopping when? Later. Would you like to come along? Come along means come with me. It means, do you like to go shopping with me? Because I go shopping too. If you want, you can come along with me, actually. Now, positive descriptions. If you talk about a device and electronics, positively, you can use these beautiful vocabulary. For example, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, means very good. Great means, better than pretty good. Terrific means very good. Awesome means extremely, extremely good. So these are different levels, and you can also use all of these vocabulary positively if you are very happy about your telephone, your device, or whatsoever. More electronics. Smartphone, cell phone or mobile phone, scanner, photocopier, a fax machine. And of course, there are a lot of different electronics. Express frustration and sympathy. Express means to tell. Frustration means anger. Sympathy means your understanding. If you understand and care for your friend because your friend is not happy, is angry, is sad, you try to understand your friend. That is sympathy. Understand? And the action or the verb is sympathize. Sympathize. So, hi Ed, how is it going? How is it going is another form of how are you? How is your life going on? Fine, thanks, but my microwave, can you see in the picture? But my microwave's not working again. Again? Really? For the second time? I am sorry to hear that. Okay, I am sorry to hear that is sympathy. It means that I understand you. I understand that you are unhappy. What brand is it? What is the name of the product? A Quick Point. A Quick Point is a name, is a kind of brand. It is a piece of junk. It is a piece of junk here. Ed is very angry because he is frustrated. This is frustration. When you're angry, you're frustrated. A piece of junk means something which doesn't work properly or correctly. Understand? Now, ways to sympathize. How can you sympathize with your friends? Generally, I am sorry to hear that. Very cliche. Oh, that's too bad. That's a shame. Oh, no. All of them are the same. You can use them interchangeably. As negative descriptions, when you are not happy with your phone, with your device, you can use negative descriptions like piece of junk, as I mentioned. Like piece of junk. Doesn't work. Pretty bad, terrible, awful, horrible, or horrible. Both of them are correct. Horrible or horrible. As well as a lemon. As we talked, lemon is something which doesn't work properly. It is problematic. It is defective. Synonym. So piece of junk and lemon are synonyms. They are talking about the same thing. They are actually the same thing. You can use them if you are talking about a kind of product or electronic in a totally negative way. Household appliances and machines. Household appliance. Okay, household is something which is related or connected to your house. Appliance means like machine or device or electronics or electrical things which are which you can use at a specific place. So household appliances means electronics which you are using at home. And machines. Machine, you know that means robots or big how can I say, devices that you are using somewhere. For example, yeah, there's a list. Let me explain them with pictures. Food processor, hair dryer, pressure cooker, dishwasher, coffee maker, rice cooker, fan, stove, oven, juicer, washing machine, dryer, blender, freezer, refrigerator or fridge, air conditioner, vacuum cleaner. And of course, there are a lot of different machines or electronics as well as appliances, let's say. Complain when things don't work. Imagine you go to a hotel and inside the hotel room there are some problems, or maybe there's a problem and you have to complain. You have to state it actually to the receptionist. So ways to state: first of all, complain. When you tell something negatively, maybe angrily or kinda in a frustrated way to someone, it means complain. Synonym: argue or nag. These are synonyms. Now, ways or methods to state a problem. State here means to say, to explain, to tell. Imagine you are in a hotel room and you say, oh, the window won't open. You cannot open it, and it is, or close even. It won't open or close. Imagine it is summer and you need to open the window, but you can't. So you have to call the secretary or receptionist and say, excuse me, the window won't open or won't close in winter, for example. The fridge is making a funny sound. The iron won't turn on or turn off. The toilet won't flush. What is flush? Flush is kind of situation that you are washing something with a big amount of water. Understand? That is flush. The toilet won't flush. The air conditioning won't turn off or turn on also. The sink is clogged. Do you know sink? Clogged means blocked, stopped. The water doesn't penetrate. The water doesn't go into, down the sink, and it is problematic and it is very dirty. You can jump and start swimming. Like that. So you have to know how to state a problem at a specific place, obviously in a hotel. Unit 6. Staying in shape. Stay means to remain in a specific position, okay? Shape means form of your body, your physicality, okay? Now, how can we stay in shape? Obviously, or figure, yeah, I forgot, figure, you can say. How many calories can you burn in 1 hour? Calorie means energy, obviously. Stay in shape means to remain healthy and basically in a good form, in a good shape. So here there is a list. For example, play basketball, go running, go swimming, play soccer, go bike riding, do aerobics, play golf, go dancing, go walking, take a shower, lift weights, cook dinner, clean the house, go shopping, study English, talk on the phone, watch TV, and obviously sleep. All of these activities, as well as some other activities, of course, can burn some calories. And if you burn a lot of calories and you do sports a lot regularly, then you can stay in shape. Now people are talking about tennis. Lynn and Joy are talking. Listen carefully. Lynn says, hi Joy, what are you up to? What a lovely question. What are you up to means what is your plan for today, or how are you doing today? Another alternative, another form of saying how are you, right? Joy says, Lynn, how are you? I am playing tennis actually in the park. Okay, actually, in fact. You play tennis? I didn't know that. I will kill you because you didn't tell it to me. Yeah, I do. About 3 times a week. Do you play? I go to play tennis for 3 times a week. How about you? Do you play tennis also? Not as much as I'd like to. What a lovely phrase. What a lovely expression. Not as much as I'd like to. It means I really like to play tennis, but because I am busy, because I don't have time, or I don't have free time, I can't. So I can rarely play tennis, not as much as I'd like to. Well, okay, no problem. Why don't we make a date to play sometime? So why don't we is a kind of expression that you can use if you suggest something to your friend. For example, you say you are inviting your friend to do something. You are making a suggestion, obviously, right? Make a date means plan, organize, arrange, synonym, a meeting or rendezvous with someone to play sometime. That would be great. That would be awesome, obviously. Hey, how about your husband? Would he like to come too? How about means if you're asking the same question again, maybe from another person or from the person who you're talking to, you can say how about, okay? Lynn says, husband? No way, impossible, kill him, he won't come, right? Ken is a real couch potato. Amazing expression. Couch potato is a person who is lazy, who only eats, drinks, sleeps, who watches television, doesn't do any movement, no sports, only inactive, eating a lot and doing nothing. So the person is called couch potato. Amazing expression. He just watches TV and eats junk food. What is junk food? Junk food means unhealthy food. For example, hamburger, for example, some sweet things, imagine. He's so out of shape. Out of shape means he's not fit. He's not athletic or sporty. So physically unhealthy, okay? If you're out of shape, you're unhealthy. If you're in shape, you are healthy. Too bad, terrible. My husband is crazy about tennis. What a lovely expression again. Crazy about something or someone. If you like or want somebody or something a lot, you can say I am crazy about. I am crazy about, for example, tennis. Joyce says. Lynn says, listen, I'm on my way home right now. Let's talk next week, okay? On my way home means I am going to that specific direction. Right now I am traveling. I am going home right now, which means I cannot speak, I cannot talk. Let's speak, let's talk next week and arrange a date to play tennis together, okay? Terrific. Terrific, as you may remember, means awesome. Fantastic. Now let's go forward. Two people planning an activity together. How can you plan? How can you organize, arrange activity with your friend? Hey Phil, why don't we go bike riding sometime? Activity is kind of event or those kind of tasks, things that people do regularly, right? So why don't we go bike riding? So bike riding is the picture that you can see right now. B says, great idea. I love that. I love the idea. I love the suggestion. When is good for you? When can you go bike riding, or when are you free? When do you have time? Tomorrow at 3? Is tomorrow at 3 o'clock okay for you? No, sorry, I can't, because I have to meet my sister at the airport. I cannot be there. Well, how about Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock? Oh, that sounds fine. Yeah, see you then. I can see you there. Yeah, this is the airport, the picture of airport, obviously. Well, how about Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock? That sounds fine. That sounds good. I like your suggestion. I can follow, I can come and join you there. See you then. See you later. Talking about habitual activities. Habitual activity is a kind of activity that you do it regularly, not only today. You constantly, continuously, and regularly do it. For example, imagine that, for example, every weekend you go to the park. That is a habitual activity because you regularly, every weekend, you go to park. So that is a kind of habitual. It is kind of habit for you, right? Places for physical activities. So where can we go in order to do some physical activities? For example, a park, a gym, a track, pool, athletic field, golf course, tennis court. Listen carefully. Two people talking about habitual activities. Hey Nancy, where are you off to? What a lovely question. Where are you off to means where are you going? Where are you going? Hi Trish, I am going to the gym. Really? Don't you usually go there on weekends? Why today? Yes, but not this weekend. I don't go to the gym today. How come? How come means why? Why don't you go to the gym today? Because this weekend I am going to the beach because I want to swim. Unit 7. A phone call from someone returning from a trip. Phone call, basically if you call somebody, if you are calling somebody, dialing the number, it's a phone call. Basically make a phone call. So somebody calls you because he or she returns from a trip. Return means come back, trip means vacation. Cindy starts. Hi Rick, I am home. Cindy, when did you get back? Return, as I said, means come back. Get back means return. They are synonym, or come back. All of them are the same and they are synonyms. Cindy says just yesterday. I have just arrived yesterday. And did you have a good time? Did you enjoy it? Did you have a good holiday? I just loved it. I really needed a vacation. Vacation means trip. Synonym. Trip basically is short, vacation is long, as well as holiday. They are basically, you can use them interchangeably, no problem. Rick says, so tell me about all your cruise. Cruise means a kind of holiday that you are using a ship. You are on a ship and having fun, having the whole holiday on the ship, basically. Well, the people were really great. I really liked the people. They were amazing, friendly, warm, helpful. The food was incredible. Incredible means unbelievable, amazing, wonderful, unforgettable. And the weather was perfect. I really loved the weather because maybe it was sunny, it was really nice and cool. So I really love that. And what did you do all day? What sort of activities you did? Plenty. Plenty means a lot. I did a lot, more than enough, a lot of things. For example, in Montego Bay, if you can see in the picture, I went windsurfing and I had a lot of fun snorkeling in Cozumel. It's a place. Cool. Cool means very good, nice. I love that. Cindy continues, but most of the time, a lot of time, I just enjoyed the sun. I just relaxed and I did absolutely nothing. I did absolutely nothing means no activity, zero activity. Just lie down on a bench, do nothing, even not listening to anything, not listening to music or eating something, just chillaxing, just relaxing or chillaxing, right? Rick says, now that's my kind of vacation. I really need it. Now that is my kind of vacation means my favorite type of holiday or trip. I really love that. Cindy says, I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for means I am really looking forward to seeing it, to experiencing it, to going there, to going on a holiday, let's say. I cannot wait. I am really impatient. Well, welcome home. Good to see you and talk to you again. Greeting someone arriving from a trip. Greet means to say hi and how are ya. Arrive means you reached to a specific place, you come, you return maybe from another country to your country, you are arriving to that location from a trip, obviously means from a kind of holiday. Welcome back, thanks. So how was the flight? Flight is a kind of journey in an airplane, okay? It was pretty nice, actually. I really love that. Oh, that's good. Can I give you a hand? This is an American idiom. Give somebody a hand means, can I help you? Give somebody a hand means to help that person. That's okay. I'm fine. Thank you very much. No need. Are you sure? Are you serious? Are you certain about it? Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely means definitely or surely, completely. Understand? Now, adjectives to describe trips. If you want to describe your trip, you need some adjectives. For example, it was so comfortable. Comfortable means cozy or cozy, relaxing. It was quite scenic means beautiful, amazing nature, amazing, how can I say, view, natural view. It was really boring, negative. I didn't like that. It was kind of bumpy. Bumpy means full of movement. Imagine you are on an airplane and the airplane moves a lot. It is bumpy, it is scary maybe. It was pretty scary. Scary means frightening. It frightened you maybe. It was rather short, means very quick. It was rather long, which means it took a lot of time, obviously. Now, intensifiers. Intensifiers are my favorite. Why? Because intensifiers are those words, obviously they are generally adverbs, sometimes adjectives. They magnify, they exaggerate another word. If you wanna show off your level of English, you definitely need to use intensifiers in your sentences, okay? So if you look at the sentences like it was so, kinda, quiet, pretty, really, rather, very, all of these words are called intensifiers. They are intensifying, exaggerating, making the sentence look big or bigger, and they are really beautiful. Someone describing a vacation. Okay, how to describe? A starts, were you on vacation? Yes, I was. I went to Paris. Wow, no kidding, really? Are you sure? Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy it? Fantastic. Fantastic means amazing, awesome, great. I stayed in a really nice hotel and I ate at some wonderful restaurants. How to describe a vacation? It can be a fantastic or lovely sentence, lovely example for you to use it in speaking examination. So if you go on a holiday, obviously you can talk about weather, people, hotel, restaurant, and maybe some activities. If you talk about them, you are obviously describing your vacation. That sounds nice. I like that. Tell me more means explain more. Give me more details, extra details. Discussing vacation preferences. What type of vacation or holiday do you prefer to go on? So you can say the holiday, it was relaxing. Just relax. No stress. Everything is cool. The life is amazing. The life is LG. LG means life is good. Or it was exciting, right? Exciting means it made you feel excited. It was interesting. It was not boring. It was really good, and it was unusual. Unusual means strange. A relaxing vacation can be you go to maybe Antalya and you chillax, you swim, and you relax. Exciting can also be the Antalya or some other cities in Turkey, and you are paragliding, you are doing some extreme sports. It is quite exciting for you. Interesting, maybe you are exploring and discovering some new places. Maybe imagine you go to the pyramids of Giza in Egypt and you try to discover new things, you try to find out some new places, new things, new items. So that is interesting. And unusual means very strange or weird, weird holiday, kind of not normal, something is going wrong, that kind of holiday. Describe good and bad travel experience. Definitely a question can come out of this page. How can you describe a good holiday or bad holiday? As I mentioned, weather, people, activities, hotel, food, or restaurant, let's say. So first, the weather was horrible. Experience means knowledge, something that you learn through years, through how can I say, working a lot or seeing, doing, reading, eating a lot, and then you get a lot of experience. Now, it was horrible, awful, The weather was terrible, horrible, awful, pretty bad, terrible. All of them are the same. People were unfriendly or cold. Unfriendly means not helpful. They didn't want to communicate, speak to me. They were not helpful. Totally terrible. They lost my luggage. Yeah, lose, lost in the past. Lost means they didn't know where my luggage is, where my suitcase or briefcase is. So I was totally shocked. Someone stole my wallet. Stole means to take something from someone without their permission. They don't want to give it to you, so you steal it. So steal is present, stole is past, obviously. Now let's talk about good or beautiful, nice holiday experiences. The weather was amazing, fantastic, terrific, wonderful, awesome, excellent. These are synonyms. The people were friendly, means helpful, warm. They found my luggage. Found in the past. They tried to discover it. And someone returned my wallet. Return means give it back. Give, gave. Understand? In the past time. Unit 8. Shopping for clothes or clothing departments. So, of course, I can ask a lot of questions from this. Obviously, I can say, can you name some different types of clothes or categories for clothes? Obviously. And if you look at this catalog, there are different categories like outwear, underwear or lingerie, hosiery, bags and accessories, sleepwear, athletic wear. So for outwear, you can say jackets, sweaters, gloves. For underwear and lingerie, you can say men's boxers, bras, panties or panties. For hosiery, you can say socks, tights, pantyhose. For bags and accessories, you can say purses or belts, as well as for sleepwear, you can say men's and women's pajamas, women's nightgowns, bathrobes. For athletic wear, you can say running shoes, shorts, or running pants. Now, this picture actually is a kind of catalog. What is catalog? Catalog is list of things. Basically, there's a kind of booklet, a kind of high quality paper or poster or something like that, like a paper that it smells, there's a smell inside it, that you can see and understand the prices and everything, and you kind of try to choose. The question can be, what clothes are good to buy from a catalog? Or what do you like to buy from a store and why? Okay, you can try to answer these questions. And one more thing that I forgot was clothing department. Clothing department is a kind of parts or section division of a shopping center which only sells clothes or outfits. For example, as an answer, you can say, I like to buy running shoes from a store because I want to be sure the size is right. For example, you can say, you can use the same example in speaking examination. A conversation between a clerk and a customer about a sweater the customer wants to buy. Shopper is a person who shops, who buys something. Clerk is a person who basically helps the shopper. Obviously, salesperson, salesman, saleswoman. Shopper starts and says, excuse me, pardon me, I beg your pardon, how much is that v-neck? Clerk says, the red one? It is $55. Shopper says, oh, that's not bad, not too bad, and it's really nice, I like that. Shopper says, continues, could I get it in a larger size? What a lovely question, huh? Could I get it? Is a kind of polite way to ask. Can I, could I, may I also, may I get it or buy it, take it in a larger size, right? Here you go. Here you go is American. Here you are is British. This one's a medium size. So small, medium, large, X large. Would you like to try it on? Try on means to test, to wear it, whether it fits you or not. Shopper says, no thanks, I am not gonna do that. I'll just take it, I just buy it because it's a present for my sister. Present means gift. Would you be nice enough to gift wrap it for me? Would you be nice enough means please. Please gift wrap it for me. Gift wrap means to cover an item inside a decorative paper. Why? Because that is a present you wanna surprise your friend, your sibling, your sweetheart, or whatsoever. Clerk says, of course, definitely, sure, why not? Shops and pay for clothes. So how can we pay? Pay means to give money because of the service or because of something that you wanna buy. Now, type. Type means kind or sort. Casual means normal, daily, not formal, okay? For example, today, right now, I am formal. I wear formal clothes, but on a daily basis, I try to use or wear casual clothes because they are comfortable, right? Now, jeans, as you can tell, a t-shirt inside the casual clothes, a sweatshirt, polo shirt, sweat pants. Then sweaters and jackets. Number 1 from the top: crew neck, cardigan, turtleneck, v-neck, windbreaker, blazer. And from the shoe category, you can see number 1 from the top left: Oxfords, loafers, sandals, running shoes, pumps, flats. Asking for a different size or color. How can you ask for different sizes or colors in a shopping center or clothing department? Clothing that comes in pairs. Listen very carefully. These outfits, these clothes actually come in pairs. Pairs means two, okay? Two of something, like combination of two, a set of two. For example, this is grammatical, by the way. A pair of gloves, because right, left, because there are two items, you have to say a pair of gloves. Pair of pantyhose, pair of tights, pair of panties or panties, pair of pajamas, pair of pants, pair of shorts, pair of boxers, pair of briefs, pair of socks. So pay attention to these grammatical situations. Someone is paying for clothes. How to pay for the clothes? Read and listen to the conversation in which someone is paying for the clothes. Listen, I'll take these polo shirt. I'll take these polo shirts, maybe more than one item, please. Certainly, of course, definitely. How would you like to pay for them? How would you like to pay for them means, because normally we have two different alternatives or two different options to pay, normally with credit card or by cash. So the salesperson tries to say which category, which method, how do you want to pay? But the person didn't understand and says, excuse me, pardon me, I beg your pardon, I couldn't understand your question. Then the salesperson says, cash or charge? Charge means credit card. Cash means paper money, charge means credit card. Then the buyer or shopper says, charge please, means buy credit card. And could you gift wrap them for me? Remember, gift wrap means putting an item inside the decorative paper to because that is a kind of present or gift. Absolutely. Absolutely means surely or of course. 100% correct. Now, there is another person who is asking for a different size. The conversation starts. So obviously he or she is trying to buy a pair of gloves. Excuse me, do you have these gloves in smaller size? I need medium. So obviously the gloves which were inside or in the shopper's hands were small size, and the shopper needs a bigger size, which is a medium size. Then the salesperson or woman, man says, yes, we do. Here you go. Here you are. Please take it. Thank you. Would you like to take them? Do you like to take them? Do you like to buy them? Obviously. Yes, please. Of course. Thanks for your help. Amazing. Very polite sentence. Thanks for your help. Or I am very thankful that you helped me. My pleasure. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Yes. And I forgot. Need means want. You want something or require, desire, or something which is necessary for you. And my pleasure at the end, you can say that is a polite way of answering. You can also say don't mention it, or it is my honor. That is it. I mean, this is a kind of reply for the word thanks. If somebody says thanks or thank you, you can say my pleasure and make it very polite. Now sizes, of course. S stands for small, M medium, L large, XL extra large, XXL extra extra large, obviously. Now navigating a mall or department store. Navigate means to guide or direct. For example, go right, go left, jump, swim, run, walk. These are navigation. Basically, the GPS or Google Maps is using the GPS technology. Google Maps, can navigate you towards your favorite or desired location, specifically in a department store. Now look at the first one, interior location. As I said, navigate a mall or department store. Mall means big shopping center and department store means shopping center. Now interior location. Interior means inside, exterior, outside. First, basement means -1, 2, 3, whatever. Then ground level or ground floor, second floor, third floor, fifth floor, seventh floor, 10th floor, and top floor or top level. Then the second picture is like interior location, like for example in the front, on the left, in the back, down the hall, on the right. So you have to know how to address these things. Next one is escalator. Take the escalator means use the escalator, or obviously go up the escalator, go down the escalator. I would say take the escalator is enough, as well as the stairs, like take the stairs, which means go up the stairs or go down the stairs. And finally we have take the elevator. Elevator means lift. Elevator is American, lift is British. Now there are some other prepositions of interior locations, very important. This is grammar, you have to memorize it. On the first level, on the ground floor, on the top floor, but in the basement means minus, or in the lingerie section. Remember lingerie, there are just basically underwear things that they are selling, or you can find them. Obviously, we finished now. Now discuss clothing, do's and don'ts. Antonym. Antonym means opposite. Opposite meaning. Synonym, same meaning. Antonym, opposite meaning. Formality is a situation that you should do something because of the rules or customs or culture or any kind of restriction. Formality. We have formal for special events when casual clothes are not okay. Imagine that you go to a wedding party, so you need to, based on the culture or custom of your country, you need to be formal, or you need to wear formally. This is kind of rule or social rule, social norms, let's say. Informal is opposite. Informal is a situation which is not formal, like you're not wearing formal things. You're wearing casual things, okay? Very comfortable. Appropriateness. Appropriateness is a situation in which your clothing, your outfits are suitable or appropriate for that specific event or activity, let's say, or place. That is appropriateness. Imagine the word appropriate means socially correct. So everybody is okay with it. Everybody says, yeah, because for example, there is a kind of wedding party and you are wearing suit and tie and very classical or very formal, rather than wearing, for example, swimsuits. It is not okay. Imagine going to the wedding party wearing swimsuit, or vice versa, going to the beach, to the seaside, and wearing, for example, a suit. It is not also appropriate. If your clothes or outfit is not appropriate or suitable, that is what? Inappropriate, right? Now let's talk about strictness. Strictness is limit. The limits if you limit the people's freedom, if you try to organize people, control people, you need to limit them. Now we have two opposite or antonyms here. We have liberal, which means free. We have conservative, which means blocked, or how can I say, I mean, opposite of liberal. They are traditional, they are not very comfortable, they are covering themselves, they are not trying to change, obviously. So liberal, as I said, without many rules for appropriate dress, he or she is really okay and they are comfortable and they try to wear whatever they want. Conservative, on the other hand, is a person with a lot of rules for appropriate dresses or basically clothes, and they are very sensitive and they are very strict to what to wear or what not to wear, basically. Unit 9. Two people trying to catch a flight. So try, of course you know it, catch a flight means to be on time for the flight, obviously. Imagine that you are traveling in an airplane and you want to catch the flight. You don't want to get late, because if you get late, you're basically missing or losing the flight. Marcos starts, excuse me, pardon me, I'm sorry, do you speak English? Can you speak English? Roger says, actually I am French, but yes, I can. Marcos says, thank goodness. Thank goodness means thank God. I am very happy to hear that, because I'm looking for Terminal 2. Look for means search. Terminal 2 is the location. No problem. That's where I'm going, basically. Just follow me. So where is terminal? Where is terminal? Terminal is a kind of area for the passengers at the airport, used for arriving or leaving the country, obviously. Very good. Just follow me. Follow me means come with me. You know, on Instagram, follow somebody, unfollow somebody, basically. Roger continues, so where are you flying today? Where is your destination? Marcus says Manila. Then I am connecting to a flight home. Connecting a flight means basically when you change the planes, when you change the flights, you are connecting to another flight, to flight home. Well, that is a coincidence. I am on my way to Manila too. Flight 56, right? Yeah, coincidence means a kind of surprise, a kind of activity, kind of happening, kind of something which is happening without any plan. It's a kind of surprise, all of a sudden, as an accident. And I am on my way to. On my way to means I am traveling to that specific direction right now. Yeah, but we should hurry. We should hurry means we should not kill any time or waste any time, because we have to be quick. Otherwise, we're going to miss or lose the flight. It's boarding in 15 minutes. Boarding means the situation where you are getting into the airplane, obviously, and it is boarding in 15 minutes. So we have maximum 15 minutes to get into the airplane, obviously. Roger says, okay, and where is home? Where are you from? Brazil, Sao Paulo. No kidding. Really? I'm going to go to Sao Paulo next week. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. So Marcos says, really? What a small world. You know, a small world is a kind of expression which means that because we have technology, we have everything, and it is not like 1,000 years ago that the transportation would be very difficult. Now everything is easy, everybody can connect, everybody can go from one city, one country to another country very easily, very comfortably. In that scenario, you can say what a small world. Okay, kind of surprising, right? Discussing schedule and buy tickets. Discuss means to talk about, schedule means plan or timetable or program, and tickets. We have different types of tickets, kinds or different types of tickets as well as trips. So one-way ticket. So one-way ticket, it means that you go only once, just going, finish, only one destination. Sometimes round ticket, you go and come back, round, you know, it's like a circle. You go and then come back, return. We have the local, the express. The local is basically, how can I say, something inside, something domestic, okay? And express is kinda fast, kinda expensive, so you have to pay attention to that. We have a direct flight, which means, for example, from New York to Los Angeles and then Taipei, or we have a non-stop flight. Non-stop means from New York to Taipei without stopping. So non-stop generally is expensive. An aisle seat, a window seat. So basically, if you are very close to the window side, that is window seat, and we have a middle seat, and we have the aisle seat. Aisle is the corridor, is the hall that the hostess is basically coming and trying to help you, try to basically bring the beverages, the food and everything, so you can ask questions. So that is called aisle or hall. So aisle seat is a kind of seat which you can order and you can basically choose. Someone buying tickets. How to buy tickets? So A starts. Can I still make the 5:12 bus to Montreal? Can I still make means, is it possible for me, even if I am late, to make it, to get into the 5:12 bus which is going to Montreal? Is it possible, or I just missed it? Oh, I am sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. It left 5 minutes ago. Unfortunately, you are late. Oh, too bad. What should I do then? What should I do? Well, you could take the 5:30 bus, maybe like 18 minutes later, another bus will basically depart. Okay, one ticket, please. One ticket. All right, now, because we have different types of tickets, right? One-way ticket or round trip ticket? Round trip ticket. It means that I have to go to Montreal and then come back. A conversation between a travel agent and a traveler. Imagine that you go to another country and you need a car. So you call the car agency, car rental agency actually. So hello, Baker Travel is the name of the company. Can I help you? How can I help you? Or how do you need any help? I hope so. Yeah, I hope you can help, because I am going to need a car in Dubai in the future, in the future. Certainly, of course. Yeah, why not? What date are you arriving? When? What is the date? April 6th. I will be arriving in Dubai on April 6th. And what time? Let me check. Let me check means let me control. Look at the telephone or look at my agenda or whatsoever. It is about 5:45 p.m. So it is a kind of probable conversation that you might have with a kind of agent. Agent is a person who is responsible, who tries to help you, who is a kind of clerk or a helper. They call it agent, obviously. Understanding airport announcement. Understanding means, of course, you get the information, you try to know the meaning or definition of something. Announcement is a kind of warnings or information that basically you are hearing at the airport, generally very important information or news officially, basically. But of course we have some vocabulary like depart. Depart means to go. Imagine the airplane departs, takes off and goes. Basically the airplane takes off, okay? And when the airplane arrives to the location, the airplane lands, okay? Take off, land, these are opposite. Depart, arrive, these are also opposite. Go through security. There's a kind of device which detects the metallic object, so you have to go through that device in order to make them believe that you're safe, there's no threat, there is no danger. So you definitely need to go through that security. And also we have the gate, which means there's a big door. You are basically entering and going and boarding actually into the flight. Obviously, an agent, we have just talked about it. A boarding pass is a kind of how can I say, kind of ticket that you have to just carry it with yourself. Passenger is a person who is obviously traveling somewhere. Departure lounge is a kind of area where you have to wait for a couple of at least minimum minutes or maybe hours until your flight is ready to go. And sometimes there are some flight problems. Listen very carefully. The flight is overbooked. The airline sold too many tickets, so some passengers can't board. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens, but I think nowadays I haven't heard such a problem at the airports. Overbooked. A ticket actually has been sold a lot, but there's no enough space to sit. There's no enough space for the passengers to sit on. The flight is delayed, sometimes because of technical problems or some other problems. They have to actually procrastinate, wait, delay the departure. The flight will depart late, not on time. Finally, the flight is cancelled and the passengers have to find another flight due to, again, technical problems, weather conditions, or some other issues. Maybe, I don't know, the flight is cancelled. You cannot use that flight. You have to find another flight, obviously. Now, describing transportation problems when you are traveling somewhere, from one place to another place. Maybe there are some transportation problems. Transportation means movement, transfer plus port. Transfer means to take somebody and or something and just send it somewhere. Port means movement. So imagine there's a vehicle like airplane or let's say bus. It transports passengers from this location to that location, right? We had an accident. So an accident, kind of bad event, kind of experience a bad event, kind of, two cars maybe collide or hit each other and there's a kind of accident. We had mechanical problems or technical problems that the vehicle had to be fixed. We missed our train. We were late, we weren't on time, so we unfortunately lost it, we missed it. Okay, we couldn't be there on time. We got bumped from the flight. Imagine because of the how can I say, the tickets were sold out or overbooked, as we just talked. The airline basically just bumps you out. Understand? Bumps you out of the flight. It means that I wasn't able to get on the flight or use the flight, so I had to change it, I had to wait, or blah blah blah. We got seasick, car sick, air sick. It's a kind of problem that kind of illness because of the movement of ship. Sometimes the ship moves a lot and you feel terrible, you feel sick or ill. Obviously, these are some transportation problems that you need to fix them. Unit 10, financial terms. Finance or financial, actually financial is related to the word finance. It means how to manage money, okay? Or basically this is kind of related to economy. Terms means terminology or those words which are specifically used for that specific topic. For example, an ATM. This is an ATM, obviously automated teller machine, you can say. Cash, like paper money, the money that you can see. Foreign currency, the currency, the money of another country. A currency exchange is obviously a kind of office where you can change one currency into another currency. For example, you can change Turkish lira into dollar or euro, or vice versa. You can change dollar into Turkish lira, so to speak, like that. And we have exchange rate. Imagine there is a kind of percentage. For example, $1 equals, let's say, 20 Turkish lira, 30, 50 Turkish lira, or vice versa. So this is called a rate, exchange rate, obviously. And you need to pay some more money or extra money as a form of service, because of the service, that is called a fee, obviously. So now there are some questions. Discuss your spending habit. How do you spend? Ask and answer the questions. Do you make purchases with credit card, and when? Purchase means to buy something. How do you buy? Do you use your credit card, or do you use cash? When and why? What do you usually buy with cash? What type of things, what type of items do you normally buy using cash? Do you ever exchange money for foreign currency? Have you ever exchanged any type of currency into another type of currency? When, how, and why? Maybe you can answer such questions. Now there's a lovely conversation because people are shopping for souvenirs. Souvenir is something which reminds you the trip or holiday that you were on. Imagine there are inexpensive things, there are small things, and the most cliche one is magnets. Okay, you go to Paris and you buy a magnet of Eiffel Tower, for example, and you bring it. That item is souvenir for you. Now Jen and Pat are talking. Jen starts, oh no, I'm almost out of cash. Almost means nearly. About. Out of cash means I don't have enough money on me. I don't carry enough money, unfortunately. And I want to get a gift for my mom. Get means buy. A gift means present for my mom, which means mother. There's a lovely thing here. Look at this spelling, like M-O-M means mom, or pronounced like mom, as well as M-U-M is also mom. So M-O-M is American spelling, M-U-M is British spelling, so you have to remember that. I sure hope these shops accept credit cards. Means I really am really hopeful that the shops, the markets could basically accept, means to agree to say yes, or they are okay with the credit cards, hopefully. Pat says, I'll bet they do. Yeah, I'll bet means I'm sure. I'm sure they do accept credit cards. Let's go in here. Let's enter the shop or market. They have some really nice stuff. A lot of beautiful, nice, amazing stuff. Stuff means things, good things. Jen says, great, yeah, let's go. Pat says, hey, what do you think? What do you think of this? Means, what is your opinion on this? What do you think? What is your idea? What is your opinion? Jen says, it's gorgeous. It is amazing. Gorgeous means very beautiful, really amazing. But it's a bit more than I want to spend. What a lovely expression. It is a little bit more than I want to spend. Means it is a little bit expensive and I don't want to spend that much money on that. That is expensive for me. Maybe you can get a better price. A better price means cheaper. Maybe you can bargain or you can negotiate for some cheaper prices. It can't hurt to ask, means it is free. You can basically ask or bargain in order to make sure whether you can buy that item cheaper or not. Yes or no, this is up to the seller. I don't know. I am not very good at bargaining. I am not very good. I am not a professional. I am not an expert. I am not a kind of bargainer. I cannot do you know bargain? Bargain is a kind of situation that you are negotiating the price with the salesperson. Understand what I said? Clerk says, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, maybe I can help you. let me show you something more affordable. Affordable is something which you can buy. You have enough money and it is not expensive, it is acceptable for you, logical for you, so that you can afford it or buy it, obviously. Jen says, oh, that one's nice too, I like that. How much do you want for it? What a lovely question. How much do you want for it? How much should I pay? Well, the lowest I could go is 40 euros. The lowest I could go. The minimum price that I can offer is 40 euros, not more than that. I'll take it. Thank you. That is affordable. I can do it. I can buy it. You do accept credit cards, don't you? So don't you is a tag question. I'm not going to talk about the tag questions right now. So tag questions are basically those kind of questions which you are using them in order to hear some acceptance from your partner, from your friend. Sorry, no, we don't accept credit cards, unfortunately, but there is an ATM, ATM machine right across the street. Means you have to go across the street and try to withdraw some money and bring me some cash so that you can buy the souvenir for your mom or whoever you are basically buying to. Asking for a recommendation. Again, recommendation means suggestion. I'm looking for a digital camera, as you can see in the picture. Look for means search, obviously. Which is the least expensive? Means most least. Okay. Most means highest level, least is lowest level. Okay, means very cheap, of course, cheaper than the rest of the items. The B100, but it's not the best, it is not good, it doesn't have good quality. How much can you spend? How much money do you have? It's a kind of negotiation, obviously. No more than 250 or no more than 250, you can also say. Means my budget is 250, let's say, dollar. I don't want to spend, or maybe I don't have more than that amount of money. Well, we have some good ones in your price range. Price range is a kind, imagine like a circle, and the circle is your limit. Imagine inside the circle you have $500, not more than that. So you are the maximum amount of money that you can spend is $500, not more than that. So $500 is your price range, is your limit, obviously. Great, can I have a look? Have a look means see or check it or test it or just examine it, look at it, obviously. Bargaining for a lower price. Bargain, negotiate, negotiation. How much do you want for that rug? Rug is a small carpet, as you can see in the picture. This one or that one? No, that one is not big enough. That is small. I need a bigger rug. The other one, 300. What? 300? That is a lot more than I want to spend. I don't want to spend that amount of money. I can give you 200. That is it. 200 is the maximum amount of money that I can spend on that. Okay, how about 225? Okay, that is fair. It sounds fair. That sounds fair. So this whole dialogue or conversation was a great example of negotiation, negotiating or bargaining, so to speak. So you can learn some lessons from this conversation. Yeah. So rug is a small carpet. That is a lot more than I want to spend, means that is expensive for me. Fair means reasonable or acceptable or something which is okay. How to bargain? Listen carefully. Buyer's language as a buyer, seller's language as a seller. Buyers can say, how much do you want for that shawl, for that t-shirt? Or that's more than I want to spend. I can give you 20 for that. Would you take 30? Is it possible for you to take 30? All I have is 40. It is a deal. It is a deal means agree. You are shaking hands and both of the sides actually agreed on that price. Now, seller's language. As a seller, what type of sentences or questions you can make. How much do you want to spend? How much money do you have? I could go as low as 70, not more than that. I can't go lower than 60. 60 is the limit. You can have it for 50. 50 is the minimum price that you can actually get. How about 45? Of course, these numbers are just random numbers. You can change them. And also it is a deal. Amazing language you can use in order to bargain or negotiate a price. Describing where to get the best deals. So good deals, bad deals. Get a great deal means if you buy something cheaper, that is a good deal. If you buy something expensive, that is a bad deal, right? That is a bad deal. She got a great deal. She saved a lot of money. It was a real bargain. So all of these examples, these situations are examples of good deals, obviously. He got a bad deal. Hold on a second. He got a bad deal. He spent a lot of money. He paid too much money. It was a total rip-off. Rip-off means extremely, extremely expensive. Understand? It costs so much money, obviously. Understand? So unit 10 finished, obviously. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope the whole lesson, the whole course was useful for you. Of course, maybe I was very quick, but I had to, otherwise the video would be very long. And you definitely need to practice, listen, and memorize. Again, practice until you fully learn the whole vocabulary, expressions. There are really beautiful expressions, situational conversations, native-like or real, authentic conversations, expressions, idioms, phrasal verbs, everything. So these are really amazing. I can ask any type of questions related to this book, related to these units. Generally, I can ask questions from the blue boxes, or I can ask direct question, practical question. I can ask for synonyms or antonyms, as well as I can ask for explanation. You have to explain something. I hope this A2 level course was useful. Until next level, take care of yourselves and be happy. Bye-bye.